Welcome back to the Happy Wife Life, or welcome if this is your first time joining me. I hope you stick around and subscribe. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave me a comment and a thumbs up. We're going to jump right into today's video because I have a ton of things to share with you. First, I'm going to share two of my favorite crock pot soups. They are easy, budget friendly, and they are delicious. Next, we're going to head on the outside and get started on my fall garden. If you know me, then you know gardening is one of my favorite hobbies. I've got my son and my husband working hard outside. I'm going to get these two soups put together and I'm going to jump outside and get started on my garden. But before we get started, I want to say a very special thank you to 797 Company for sponsoring this portion of today's video. At the end of this video, I'll have all of their information linked on the screen where you can get your favorite items customized and personalized. So let's get it started. All right, I'm back with you. Let's get started on this easy homemade chicken noodle soup. Now, I have 3 large boneless, skinless chicken thighs in the crock pot, and I use thighs with this soup because to me the thigh meat is more tender, it's more juicy, and it adds a little bit more flavor. For this recipe, and it's so simple, you're simply going to need diced onions, chopped celery, chopped carrots, minced garlic, salt and pepper, 1 stick of butter, and an entire container of chicken broth. I'm going to get this all put together. I like to serve mine with egg noodles. I've got my water boiling. I'm going to put this all together and let it cook. Let's get it started. First, I'm going to add in those diced onions. And on the celery and carrots, I just kind of do a rough chop because I really like the way these taste. These carrots are homegrown. One of my neighbors grew these in her garden and gave them to me. And I've already sampled a couple of these with some ranch dressing. They are delicious. There's just something about those homegrown whole carrots versus those baby carrots that are already peeled and chopped up in the bag. They don't have as much flavor as these, and these are delicious. I'm going to go ahead and add my salt and pepper. And as I always say, salt and pepper to your taste. This is going to be so good. And what I really like about this, like I always say, it's budget friendly. And if you're like me, you're all about those budget friendly meals. And this is so easy to make. And again, salt and pepper this to your taste. Now, I'm not going to add a lot of salt because I did add 1 stick of butter because, hey, butter makes everything better. And I am going to add this box of chicken broth, and it has a pretty high salt content, so I'm not going to add too much salt, but we do want it to be good and flavorful. Okay, now I like to add in a whole tablespoon of minced garlic. Garlic, celery, onions, holy trinity of flavor. Let's add in this box of chicken broth. Once I get this chicken broth added in, I'm going to cover this, let it cook on high for about 3.5 to 4 hours. I'm going to get these noodles on top of the stove and into this boiling water. And when I come back, I'll have it all put together. How simple is that? Stick around. Okay guys, I'm I'm back with you. Let's get started on this easy taco soup. This is a dump and go recipe and it could not be any easier to make. There's only one way to make this easier, and that's if it would cook itself. Let's get started. You're gonna need 1 pound of ground beef, which I've already cooked on top of the stove and I've already drained it. I've added it to the crock pot. You're gonna need 1 can of drained whole kernel corn. You're gonna need 1 can of drained but not rinsed black beans. You're gonna need 2 cans of Rotel tomatoes. I use the mild. You're gonna need 1 package of taco seasoning mix, and you're gonna need 1 package of ranch dressing mix. Let's get started putting this all together. I'm telling you, this dump and go meal is always a winner. I love to serve this on Tuesday nights for kind of a twist on Taco Tuesday. I like to top it with shredded cheddar cheese, sour cream, and some fresh jalapeno peppers, and have some tortilla chips on the side. This is a wonderful meal. Even with the lean ground beef, all of these ingredients together, if you go to Walmart or Aldi, they're under $10. Let's get it started. You're gonna dump in that can of drained whole kernel corn. You're gonna dump in that can of drained but not rinsed black beans. Dump in both of those cans of Rotel tomatoes. A whole package of taco seasoning mix. That dumped in. And I am not a snob on things like this. I picked up the store brand because the Great Value ranch dressing mix was only 67 cents, whereas the Hidden Valley ranch dressing mix was about $1.68, I believe. And I've tried both and they don't make a difference. Just the difference is the price. You're gonna get this mixed up. Now this is one I like to keep warm and let it simmer all day after I get it mixed up. I'm gonna let this simmer because basically everything's already done. So it's not like this needs to cook all day, but I'm gonna let this simmer on low for about 2 hours. How simple is that? When I come back, I'll have this all put together and show you how I like to eat it. Stick around.